I don't have time to do no editing today, so just give me 1 sec. We'll get into it. Alright, so one of the things about a dime rush is you're going to have a standing defensive end. Now, if you're running this cover 2 or this man coverage, cover 1 robber, what I want you to do is take your right end and you want to put a Sam linebacker. In this case, I'm going to use KJ Wright. You can kind of be a little flexible on the inside or whatever. I'm going to leave everything else as is. The main important things is that you make sure that your slots are your best users in this situation. So we're going to kind of go over the robber first. And you're pretty much going to be using these against tight sets, or if you just come across situations where people just want to run slant flat combos the whole game, you know, because they're in man coverage, they just feel like they're going to be able to beat you with slant flats, you know. So we're not going to allow that. I'm just going to kind of give you a couple of situations. Let's see. We'll start with just this. I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to do. The way I like to run this is if I don't worry too much about anyone beating me deep, then I will take the Sam right here. Which the benefit of this is you can take this defensive end and move him around. That's why I went ahead and subbed him and made a linebacker. But what you can do, if you want, you could run it like this and then play underneath. Or you could just run him like that and then just use the underneath hook with him like this. Okay, so you got everybody manned up. And this is going to protect you against slant flat combos, okay? So you're just going to kind of run it. And what you're going to do with your user is you're going to try to stay across the middle of the field. And they're not too much going to be able to do too much with it. Again, I'm just going to show you again. Just put him in a situation and put him in the vertical hook. You could pass command. You could press, shade inside, underneath. You probably play clouds or actually just reshade the curl flats. Like I said, just take your user, any route that threatens you, you can kind of get on it. Now, if you start getting beat with something on another spot, you can always just go with 2 hooks on the defensive ends. Like you go hook there, curl flat, right? And you can shade inside. You don't necessarily just shade underneath. And that's, like I said, that's just if they're just constantly just hitting you with slant flats. Now, practice mode is not going to give you, you know, lockdown results as it would in an actual game. Kind of give you a more typical scenario that you would use this is probably going to be against bunch sets. That's when I like to run it. Let's get into it. Just kind of find a situation where you might go to the sideline or something that's not going real deep, like Z-spot, for instance. You know, it's just like you could play to take things away. Like I put him in a curl flat, him in a curl flat, and then I can use her this. You know, like if I'm not worried about anything deep, I'm not going to play with the mid-third. If I'm worried about someone spamming and, you know, they got a speed receiver, 95 plus, you know, I'm going to have the mid-third over there. If not, then I'll just adjust to play underneath just like this. Other than that, everything should just match up. And you can just stay in the middle. Everything's pretty much boxed. Okay, so that's pretty much how I'm running the cover 1 robber. It's not really going to have anywhere to go. You can take your Sam, put him in a curl flat, put your third in a curl flat. You can press. And then just kind of play across the middle. See any routes. Everything's boxed up. Okay, it's pretty simple. You can do it from any concept, really. You can do it from dollar. You can do it from pretty much anything. Just make sure that you're matching personnel first and foremost. Now I'm just going to kind of get into the 2-man version, because a lot of people they're just going to be going off of your recent play art. So you can use these play arts to your advantage, and they're just going to try to throw beaters up. Okay, so it's pretty much the same concept. I would probably run these more versus like split sets, bunch sets, anything where, you know, you've got at least 3 receivers close to the quarterback is definitely when I would run them. Kind of get into a situation where I'd probably run the 2-man more versus like a spread set if I know that they're just going to try to go vertical over the top. Now, like let's say for instance Y option, okay? Instead of, let me put him in a hook. Now, what I would do is I would shade my curl flats to play a lot deeper. Usually in scenarios like if you're playing like the Chiefs or something like that, and they have Hardman and Tyreek Hill on the outside, you might want to shade those curl flats to play a little bit deeper, like 30 yards or something like that, just so that they don't have that clearance off of a release just to go ahead and just dump it off and bomb you over the top. You know, you want to take those sidelines away, but at the same time, you don't want to make anything easy. Again, like I said, we're just going to play. We can actually play the man on the running back or the hook curl. It doesn't matter. You just kind of take anything across the middle away with your Sam, and as you can see, it gets boxed. Okay, so that's pretty much all you're really going to do. Like I said, if you have speed receivers that you're threatened by, you can go into your coaching adjustments and change the depth of the curl flats. I don't want to hold y'all too long because I do want to get in some games today, and I'll kind of go over the rest of this dime defense as the week progresses for you guys. Okay, so I hope this helps you guys a little bit, and then, you know, if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll go from there, man. Like I said, I'm not going to hold you too late. I'm about to start up some regs, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this stream. Appreciate y'all tuning in.